As recovery crews begin to identify the victims of the crash, we're learning many have ties to the skating world. Our Emily Deanne spoke to a local mom who was actually on an earlier flight back from a large figure skating competition in Wichita, Kansas, where the fateful flight took off from. Emily?
Katie, the Charleston woman I spoke with, told me she's in shock that something like this could happen, and it's a tragedy that will shape the figure skating world for days to come. Tiffany Tanner said her daughter Tallulah spent the past week in Wichita at the Prevagen U.S. Figure Skating Championships. They belong to the Figure Skating Club of Charleston and traveled to compete in the novice pairs division. Tanner said the championship is the biggest event of the year, followed by a camp, which is a huge honor to qualify for. She said the crash is devastating to the tight-knit skating community.
You know, it is shocking. It is heart-wrenching. I mean, not just the skaters, but their parents were on the flight because these were younger kids. The coaches that we lost, it is going to reverberate through the skating community for quite some time because it's a large but a small group.
2 teenage figure skaters, their mothers, and 2 former world champions who were coaching at the historic Boston club were among the 14 members of the skating community killed on the American Airlines flight Wednesday. Tanner told me everyone in the skating world knew someone on that plane. There are only so many flights out of Wichita, so there were skaters and parents and coaches on every flight after the championship and camp. Tanner says 2 other skaters and their families from Columbia, South Carolina, who were on the national development team as well, were on an earlier flight back to South Carolina yesterday and made it home safely. Sarah Vanderson, the president of the Figure Skating Club of Charleston, released a statement saying in part, quote, "We are heartbroken to learn of the tragic plane crash at Reagan Washington National Airport on Wednesday, January 29, 2025, that claimed the lives of several members of the U.S. figure skating community." Working for you, Emily Deanne, News 4.